हा ओके स्टुडंट्स. आवाज येतोय माझा? शिरीष.
Yes, ma'am.
हॅलो.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके. ठीक आहे. ओके ओके. सो फाईल हँडलिंग आपण बघतोय. ओके. फाईल हँडलिंग इन C++. ठीक आहे. सो ऑपरेशन्स. सो त्याच्यानंतर राईट ऑपरेशन्स परफॉर्म करू शकतो. फाईलमध्ये तुम्ही ठीक आहे फाईल पॉइंटर्स यूज करू शकता. ठीक आहे. मग ओपनिंग अँड क्लोजिंग ऑफ द फाईल दिलेलं आहे. ठीक आहे. सो बेसिकली ऑल दीज मोड्स, फाईल मोड्स आपण बघितले ते लास्ट टाइम. तर मग आता आपण काय बघणार आहोत? ओपनिंग अँड क्लोजिंग ऑफ द फाईल्स. ठीक आहे. So C++ provides a set of classes with their functions for handling the files in our programs. ठीक आहे. Okay, so we have started with the file handling in C++. So file, it is a collection of the related data stored in a particular area on the disk. That is the data stored in the disk, that is using the concept of the file. Okay. Now next what it is that why file? So basically here this is included. Okay. Okay, so file operations. So let us we will see what is exactly a file. Okay, so file, it is a collection of the information usually stored on the computer's disk. Then information can be saved to the files and then later it can be used. Okay, so file, it is the collection of the interrelated data. Okay, so बेसिकली फाईलमध्ये आपण डेटा काय करतो? रीड करतो. फाईलमधला डेटा रीड करतो. फाईलमध्ये डेटा आपण राईट करतो. सो फाईल, इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द कलेक्शन ऑफ collection of the interrelated data. ठीक आहे. So related data, it is called as the files. Okay. So here information can be saved to the files and later it can be reused. Okay. Next one, it is the file names. Okay. So all the files are assigned a name that is used for identification. All the files are assigned and the user. Next one, it is that this is the table which represents the file contents, that is the file and HTML object file. Then Borland C++ project file. So these are the different types of the files. Okay. Next one, it is that focus on the software engineering. That is the process of using the files. Okay. So using a file in the program is a simple 3-step process. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे फाईल जी तुम्ही यूज करणार आहे ती काय? इट इज युजिंग द very first step, it is that a file must be open. ठीक आहे, a file must be open. If the file does not yet exists, opening it means creating it. म्हणजे फाईल तुम्ही ओपन करतात म्हणजेच काय करतात, तिला क्रिएट करतात. ठीक आहे, सो यू आर क्रिएटिंग अ फाईल. ठीक आहे, सो द फाईल मस्ट बी ओपन and it is that information is then saved to the file. ठीक आहे, मग इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम्ही काय करता, सेव्ह करता. ठीक आहे, सो द फाईल मस्ट बी ओपन. सो इफ द फाईल डज नॉट इट एक्झिस्ट, ओपनिंग इट मीन्स क्रिएटिंग इट. नेक्स्ट वन, इट इज दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन इज देन सेव्ह टू द फाईल. ठीक आहे, सो इन्फॉर्मेशन तुम्ही काय करता, फाईलमध्ये सेव्ह करता. रीड फ्रॉम द फाईल. ठीक आहे, तर तुम्ही फाईलमधून इन्फॉर्मेशन काय करता, रीड करता. सो रीड फ्रॉम द फाईल ऑर बोथ. ठीक आहे, नेक्स्ट वन, इट इज दॅट वेन द प्रोग्राम इज फिनिश using the file must be closed. ठीक आहे, so when the program is finished using the file, then the file must be closed. ठीक आहे, the file must be closed. Next one, it is that figure it is given. So here writing the information to the file. ठीक आहे, so these are the variables stores the values. X value stores 10, then Y value stores 25, then Z value stores 40. So data is copied from the variables into the files. ठीक आहे, writing the information to the file, then काय information तुम्ही store करता, 10, 25 and 40. ठीक आहे, next one, it is given that variables, then reading the information from file X, Y, Z. मग आता तुम्ही okay, so this is the figure 12 to okay, so this is the figure. ठीक आहे, in this figure variable 10 value X is equal holding the 10 value value, then y is holding the 25, then z holding the 40 value. Okay, so read the instruction from the file. So 10, 25 and 40. So data it is copied from the file into the variables. Okay, next one it is that setting up a program for a file input output. So before file input output can be performed, the C++ program must be set up properly. So file access the requires the inclusion of the extreme.h. Okay. So here extreme file access requires the inclusion of the extreme.h. Okay. So setting up a program for the file input output operation. So before the file up properly. So here file access requires the inclusion of the data can be written to or read from a file. The file must be open. So if stream input file, then input file dot open customer dot dat. Okay, input file dot open customer dot dat. Okay, so before the data can be written to or read from a file, the input file must be open. Okay, the input file must be open. Next one is that this is a stream object and opening to of a file. ठीक आहे, मग इथं काय घेतलंय fstream.h फाईल घेतली बघा हेडर फाईल. This is hash include iostream.h, then hash include fstream.h. ठीक आहे, so fstream.h फाईल घेतली आहे. ठीक आहे, so here fstream.h. ठीक आहे, hash include fstream.h. ठीक आहे, मग इथं काय घेतलंय void main फंक्शन घेतलंय void. मग इथं काय घेतलंय fstream डेटा फाईल. ठीक आहे, सो डिक्लेअर द फाईल स्ट्रीम ऑब्जेक्ट. ठीक आहे, fstream डेटा फाईल. सो इट डिक्लेअर द स्ट्रीम ऑब्जेक्ट, देन कॅरेक्टर कॅर फाईल नेम 81. मग इथं काय सी आउट एंटर द नेम ऑफ द फाईल यू विश टू ओपन. ठीक आहे, सो यू हॅव टू एंटर द नेम ऑफ द फाईल यू विश टू ओपन. ठीक आहे, सो एंटर द नेम ऑफ द फाईल यू विश टू ओपन. मग कोणत्या फाईल ओपन करायचे आहे तुम्हाला, त्या फाईलचं नाव तुम्ही ओपन करणार आहात. सी आउट ऑर क्रिएट. ठीक आहे, मग इथं सी इन डॉट गेट लाईन फाईल नेम कॉमा 81. त्याच्यानंतर डेटा फाईल डॉट ओपन फाईल नेम iOS स्कोप रिझोल्युशन ऑपरेटर देन आउट. ठीक आहे, देन सी आउट द फाईल, देन द फाईल नेम, then file was open. ठीक आहे, /n. ठीक आहे, so basically this program demonstrates the declaration of the fstream, that is object, and opening of the file. Then hash include iostream.h, then hash include fstream.h. So void main function, inside that void has been passed. Okay, so basically fstream dot data file, then character file name of 81, then see out enter the name of the file you wish to line. ने काय केले file name comma 81, then data file name dot open, then file name, iOS co-precision operator out, then see out the file name was open. ठीक आहे, the file name was open. This is given. Next one it is that program output with the example input. ठीक आहे, program output with the example input. So enter the name of the file you wish to open. ठीक आहे, here it is given that enter the name of the file you wish to open or create, that is mystuff.dat. Enter. So the file mystuff.dat was open here. ठीक आहे, next one it is that the file types. ठीक आहे, मग फाईल टाइप्सचं काय दिलंय बघा इथं, ऑफ स्ट्रीम आणि इफ स्ट्रीम, म्हणजे आउटपुट फाईल स्ट्रीम आणि इनपुट फाईल स्ट्रीम. ठीक आहे, असं दिलेलं आहे. आउटपुट स्ट्रीम अँड इनपुट स्ट्रीम. मग इथं काय दिलंय डिफॉल्ट मोड मध्ये बघा इफ स्ट्रीम दिलेलं आहे द फाईल इज ओपन फॉर द आउटपुट ओनली. ठीक आहे. सो अप स्ट्रीम इट इज गिवन इज दॅट द फाईल इज ओपन फॉर आउटपुट ओनली. So the information may be returned to the file but not read from the file. So if the file does not exist it is created. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे जर फाईल एक्झिस्ट नसली, ठीक आहे, इफ द फाईल does not exist then it is created. So if the file is already exist its contents are deleted. म्हणजे जर फाईल ऑलरेडी एक्झिस्ट असेल तर तिचे कंटेंट्स काय होतील डिलीट होतील. ठीक आहे. सो द फाईल इज ट्रंकेटेड. ठीक आहे. सो इट्स द फाईल इज ट्रंकेटेड then if stream it is given the file. Next one, it is given that the file is open for the input only. The information may be read from the file but not returned to it. So the file's contents will be read from its beginning. So if the file does not exist, the open function fails. Okay. So here if the file does not exist the open function fails. Okay. So if stream it is given the file is open for the input only. So the information may be read from the file but not returned to it. So the file's contents will be read from its beginning. So if the file does not exist the open function will be get fails. Okay. Next one, it is that iOS. ठीक आहे. iOS co-precision operator APP that is in append mode. ठीक आहे. File it is in append mode. So if the file already exists its contents are preserved and all the output is returned to the end of the file. So by default this flag causes the files to be created if it does not exist. Next one, it is that iOS co-resolution operator then ATE. Okay. So if the files already exist the program goes it. So output may be written anywhere in the file. Okay. So the output may be written anywhere in the file. Next one, it is that binary mode. ठीक आहे. बायनरी मोड मध्ये iOS co-resolution operator binary mode. ठीक आहे. मग बायनरी मोड मध्ये काय होतं बायनरी मोड. So when the file is open in binary mode the information is written to or read from it in the pure binary format. So the default mode is text. The default mode is text. Then iOS scope resolution operator in. ठीक है. The input mode the information will be read from the file. ठीक है. Input mode information will be read from the file. So if the file does not exist it will not be created and the open function will fail. ठीक है. And iOS ठीक है. iOS this is create on the create iOS that is scope resolution operator on create. ठीक है. So here if the file does not already exist this flag will cause the open function to fail. So the file will not be created. Next one, it is that iOS on replace. ठीक है. So if the file already exists this flag will cause the open function to fail. The existing file will not be open. Next one, it is that iOS co-precision operator output mode. So the information will be returned to the file. By default the file contents will be deleted and if it is already exists. Next one, it is as iOS then scope resolution operator then trace. So if the file already exists its contents will be deleted that is truncated. This is called as the default mode used. ठीक है. default mode used by. ठीक है. that is out. ठीक है. Next one, it is that opening a file ठीक आहे. ओपनिंग अ फाईल ॲट अ डिक्लेरेशन. सो एफ स्ट्रीम देन डेटा फाईल देन नेम्स डॉट DAT. ठीक आहे. नेम्स डॉट DAT कॉमा iOS scope resolution operator, then in, then iOS scope resolution operator, then out. ठीक है. scope resolution operator out. ठीक है. next one it is that this is the program. So this program demonstrates opening of the file at the time of the file stream object is declared. ठीक है. So here hash include iostream.h, then hash include fstream.h. ठीक आहे. fstream.h. नेक्स्ट वन काय करणार आहे तुम्ही void मेन मध्ये काय पास करणार आहे void पास करणार आहे. मग तिथं काय आहे fstream डेटा फाईल. ठीक आहे. नेम्स डॉट DAT iOS scope resolution operator in, then iOS scope resolution operator out. ठीक आहे. so cout the file names dot DAT was open. ठीक आहे. DAT was open. now program output with example input. ठीक आहे. so the file names dot DAT was open here. ठीक आहे. the file names dot DAT was open here. next one it is that testing for the open errors. ठीक आहे. data file dot open. so here data file dot open, then customer dot DAT, then so iOS scope resolution operator in. So if exclamation data file cout error opening a file. ठीक आहे. cout error opening a file. now next one it is that another way to test for open errors. ठीक आहे. so data file it is given data file dot open, then cust dot DAT, then iOS, then scope resolution operator in. ठीक आहे. then if data file dot fail cout error opening file. ठीक आहे. error opening file. so cout error opening file. next one it is that closing a file. so a file should be closed when the program is finished using it. ठीक आहे. म्हणजे एकदा का प्रोग्राम म्हणजे फाईल काय काय प्रोग्रामने फिनिश केलं. ठीक आहे. when a program finishes using the a file should be get closed. ठीक आहे. so a file should be closed when the program is finished using it. ठीक आहे. so a file should be get closed when the program is finished using it. ठीक आहे. now next one this is the program. so this program demonstrates the close function. here hash include iostream.h, then hash include fstream.h, void main void fstream.data file position operator out. ठीक आहे. if not equal to data file not data file, then cout file open error and return. so cout file was created successfully, then cout now closing the file, then data file dot close. ठीक आहे. now program output is that file was created successfully, now closing of the file. ठीक आहे. next one it is that using less than to write the information to a file. so the stream insertion operator. ठीक आहे. stream insertion operator may be used to write the information. ठीक आहे. maybe it may be used to write the information. ठीक आहे. so stream insertion operator may be used to write the information to a particular file, that is output file. this is I like the C++ programming. ठीक आहे. next one it is that this is the program. so here this program uses the double slash operator to write the information to a file, that is hash include iostream.h, then hash include fstream.h, void main त्याच्यामध्ये void दिला आहे पास केला आहे. त्याच्यानंतर fstream डेटा फाईल घेतली आहे fstream डेटा फाईल, त्याच्यानंतर कॅर घेतलाय, कॅर लाईन 81, त्याच्यानंतर डेटा फाईल डॉट ओपन डेमो फाईल डॉट txt iOS scope resolution operator out. So if not exclamation it is given. If not data file then cout file open error endl then return. ठीक आहे, फाईल ओपन एरर endl then return. ठीक आहे, next one it is that cout file open successfully. Cout now writing the information to the file data file. Data file it is Johns, then Smith, then Willis, then Davis. ठीक है, data file it is given. Data file dot close, then cout done. ठीक है, next one it is that program screen outputs. ठीक है, so file open successfully. Now writing the information to the file done. ठीक है, so writing the information to the file done. Next one it is that output to the file डेमो फाईल डॉट txt. मग डेमो फाईल मध्ये काय आहे, ह्या जॉन स्मिथ विलिस अँड डेव्हिस. ठीक आहे, नेक्स्ट वन इट इज दॅट दिस इज द फिगर. सो जॉन then Smith will then here Davis it is given. ठीक है, next one it is that this program writes the information to the file, closes the file, then reopens it and appends the more information. मग इथं फाईलचा हा प्रोग्राम दिलेला आहे. या प्रोग्राम मध्ये तुम्ही काय करू शकता, फाईलमध्ये राईट करू शकता, क्लोजेस द फाईल देन रिओपन्स, म्हणजे फाईल क्लोज केल्यानंतर परत ती रिओपन करू शकता अँड अपेंड्स द मोर इन्फॉर्मेशन. सो दिस इज द प्रोग्राम. हॅश इन्क्लूड iostream.h, then हॅश इन्क्लूड fstream.h, then void main, void पास केलं इथं fstream डेटा फाईल, then data file dot open demo file dot txt, then iOS scope resolution operator out, then data file Johns, then data file Smith घेतली आहे, data file dot close, then data file dot open demo file dot txt, then iOS scope resolution operator append app data file Willis, then data file Davis, then data file dot close. ठीक आहे, next one it is that output to a file that is demo फाईल डॉट txt. ठीक आहे, मग इथं काय दिलेलं आहे, जॉन स्मिथ विलिस अँड डेव्हिस. ठीक आहे, नेक्स्ट वन इट इज दॅट फाईल आउटपुट फॉर्मॅटिंग. ठीक आहे, फाईल आउटपुट फॉर्मॅटिंग. सो फाईल आउटपुट मे बी फॉर्मॅटेड द सेम वे ॲज ऑन द स्क्रीन आउटपुट. ठीक आहे, सो फाईल आउटपुट मे बी फॉर्मॅटेड ऑन द सेम वे ॲज द स्क्रीन आउटपुट. ठीक आहे, सो हिअर फाईल आउटपुट फॉर्मॅटिंग इट इज गिवन. File output may be formatted the same way on the screen output. So this is the program. Okay, this program uses the precision member function of a file stream object to the format a file output. ठीक आहे, मग इथं काय घेतलंय, हॅश इन्क्लूड iostream.h, हॅश इन्क्लूड fstream.h. मग इथं काय घेतलंय, void main void. ठीक आहे, fstream डेटा फाईल float num is equals to fstream data file then float num is equals to 123.456 data file dot open num file dot txt, then iOS scope resolution operator out. So if not data file then cout file open error, then endl, then return. So this is the program. Continue data file num endl, then data file dot precision of 5, then data file num of endl, then data file precision of 4, then data file num of endl, then data file dot precision of 3, then data file num of endl. ठीक है, next one is that contents of file num file dot txt, that is 123.456, 123.46, then 123.5, 124. ठीक है, next one it is that this is the iostream.h, hash include fstream.h, then hash include io manipulate.h. So void main void fstream out file table.txt iOS scope resolution operator out, then integer nums of 3 into 3, 2897, 5 comma 837, then 34 comma 7 comma 1623, then 390, 34, 5, 6, comma 12, then write the three rows of the numbers. Then for integer, row is equal to 0, row is less than 3, row plus plus. So for integer, column is equal to 0, col is less than 3, col plus plus. Then out file set width num rows into columns, then out file handle etc. Okay, so this is the using the, then this is the detecting the end of the file. ठीक आहे, मग end of the file कुठून डिटेक्ट होतो? so detecting the end of the file, मग end of the file कुठून डिटेक्ट होतो? तर EOF member function reports when the end of file has been encountered. ठीक आहे, so EOF member function reports when the end of file has been encountered. ठीक आहे, so EOF member function reports when the end of file has been encountered. So if, then in file, then dot end of file, then in file dot close. Okay, so here if in file dot end of file, then in file close. Okay, next what it is that this is the program. This is the program which uses the file stream objects, that is end of file members, then functions to detect the end of the file. Then hash include iostream.h, then hash include fstream.h, void main function, then void fstream data file, then char name 81, then data file dot open, then demo file dot txt, then iOS co-preservation operator in, then if not data file, then cout file open error endl return. ठीक है, तो cout file open successfully. ठीक है, file open successfully. Now reading the information from the file. ठीक है, cout it is reading the information from the, now reading the information from the file. ठीक है, so this is the data file. ठीक है, data file names. ठीक है, data file and this is the names. ठीक है, data file names. So it reads first name from the file while not data file dot end of file. So cout name endl, then data file name, then data file dot close, then cout it is done. ठीक है, next one, this is the note that end of file. ठीक है, so in C++ the end of file doesn't mean the program is at the last piece of the information. ठीक है, so basically note that end of file. ठीक है, here in C++ end of file doesn't mean the program is at the last piece of the information in the file, but beyond it the end of file function returns true where there is when there is no more information which is to be read. ठीक है, next one it is at passing the file stream objects to the function. ठीक है, file stream objects may be passed by reference to the functions. ठीक है, मग इथं boolean bool bool open file ln, then fstream ampersand file, then character name of 5, then boolean bool status file dot open name iOS co-preservation operator in, then if file dot fail status is equal to false, then else status is equals to true, return status. Okay, return status. So this is passing the file stream objects to the function. Okay, file stream objects may be passed by reference to the functions. Okay, by reference to the function. So this is boolean open file in, then extreme ampersand file, then char name 5, then boolean status file dot open name iOS cooperation operator in, then if file dot fail status is equals to false, else status is equals to true, then return status. Okay, return status. Next one, it is that more detailed error testing. So all stream objects have the error state bits that indicates the condition of the stream. Okay, so all stream objects have the error state bits that indicates the condition of the stream. Okay, the condition of the stream it indicates. So more detailed error testing. So all the stream objects have error state bit that indicates the condition of the stream. Okay, next one, it is that this is the table bit, then description it is given. Okay, description, that is end of bit. So description, here it is given that set when the end of input stream is encounter, then this is iOS scope resolution operator fail bit. So it sets when an attempted operation has failed, then iOS scope resolution operator, then this is BARD fail. So it sets when an unrecoverable error has occurred, then iOS scope resolution operator, then this is bad bit. Okay, states when an invalid operation has been attempted, then here states when all the flags above are not set, indicates the stream is in good condition. Okay, it is in good condition. Next one, it is that this is the table function name and descriptions are given end of file. So it returns the values true if the end of file bits, then flag is set, otherwise it returns the false. Okay, next one, it is that fail, it returns the true if the fail bit or hard fail flags are set, otherwise returns false. Next one, it is that bad, it returns the true, non-zero if the bad bit flag is set, otherwise returns false. Okay, next one, it is that good, it returns true, that is non-zero if the good bit flag is set, otherwise it returns the false. Okay, next one, it is that clear. So when called with no arguments, clears all the flag listed above and can also be called with the specific flag as an argument. Okay, next one, it is that this is the program. Okay, this is the program which demonstrates the return value of the stream object error testing member functions. So here hash include iostream.h, then hash include xstream.h, then function prototype void show state xstream ampersand, then void main void xstream test file stuff dot dat, then iOS scope resolution operator, then out, then if test file dot fail, cout cannot open the file, then that is returned. Okay, next one, it is that program continue here. So integer num is equals to 10, then cout writing to the file, then test file num test file, then show state test file dot close, then test file dot open stuff dat, then open scope resolution iOS scope resolution operator in, if test file dot fail, then cout cannot open the file. Okay, cannot open the file, then return. Okay, so write the integer 2, then close the file, then open the input, open for the input file. Okay, so this is the program. Cout reading from the file, test file num, then show state test file, cout forcing a bad read operation, that is test file num, then show state test file, then test file dot close, closing the file, then definition of the function show state. This function uses then an extreme reference as its parameter. So the return values of the end of file fail, then bad and good member functions are displayed. The clear function is called before the function returns. Okay. Next one it is that program here continues, that is void show statement extreme ampersand file. So cout file status, cout end of bit, then file end of bits, then endl, then cout fail bits, then file fail endl, then cout bad bit, file bad, then endl, cout good bit, then file good, file dot good, then endl, then file dot clear. So it clears the bad, any bad bits. Okay. Next one it is that this is the program output. So writing to the file status end of bit 0, fail bit 0, bad bit 0, good bit 1, reading from the file status end of bit 0, end of fail bit 0, then bad bit 0, good bit 1, forcing a bad read operation, file status end of bit 1, then fail bit 2, then bad bit 0, then good bit it is also 0. Okay. Next one it is that member functions for reading and writing the files. So file stream objects have the member functions for more specialized file reading and writing. Okay. For more specialized file and reading and writing. So this is the program for that. Next one it is that getLine member functions. Okay. So basically data file dot getLine str81n. So str, this is the name of character array or a pointer to a section of the memory. So this information reads from the file will be get stored here. So this 81 number is one greater than the maximum number of the characters to be read. So in this example, the maximum of 80 characters will be read here. Then slash n. Slash n मध्ये काय बघा, this is a delimiter character of your choice. So if this delimiter is encountered, it will cause the function to stop reading before it has reads the maximum number of the characters. So this argument is optional over here. So if its left are hour, then slash n it is default. Okay. Now next one, this is the program. So this is the program output. That the get member function in file dot get ch. Okay. Next one, this is the program. The put member function, that is out file dot put ch, put of ch. Okay. Next one, this is the program. So let us we will see this program. Program screen output with the example input. So type a sentence and be sure to end it with the period. So I am on my way to becoming a sentence text. I am on the way to becoming the great programmer. Now focusing on the software engineering, working with the multiple files. So it's possible to have more than one file opening at once in the program.